Welcome to April at Koala Gardens. We're going to have a look through who was here, both koalas and a whole host of wildlife of all different types that are natives to Australia. What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Koala Gardens. Please make sure you smash that like button and leave me a comment. I'm Katrina and I'm passionate about saving koalas. I have a wildlife sanctuary and you get to share the experiences here with me. I also help create a beautiful series of children's books based on the animals here on the property. Please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. You can help me help koalas even more. Closed captions are available in several languages thanks to Eric. And now, sit back and enjoy the video. I decided that the easiest way for me to collect and collate the videos and photos was to just do it in alphabetical order. So we're getting to start with Bullet. Yep, that means Ash was not on the property during April. Now, there's been quite a difference in behaviour of the males since the breeding season ended in March. And if you are one of the receivers of the e-bulletin, which the Keeping in the Loop people who adopt a koala under that monthly package receive, you're going to get quite a deep dive breakdown into what's been changing in the male behaviour. But while he was here, in typical Bullet style, he has been gorgeously photogenic, and just look how relaxed he looks. I've been asked to show more of the biodiversity on the property, so here we've got the gorgeous rainbow bee eaters. These birds are insectivores, which means they're really important for keeping the pollinator populations really healthy. So bees, wasps, butterflies, all of those kind of insects. And you're going to see another bird flying up onto that branch right now. We'll zoom back in and you'll see that this one is another beautiful native, the black-headed cuckoo shrike. So we've got two gorgeous natives there together. I just love these birds. They're quite tiny and quite chirpy. The butcherbird is one of Australia's most incredible songbirds. This is a king parrot having a drink at the water station, and where would we be in Australia without our laughing kookaburras? So now we've got Miss Ellie. Ellie was here quite a lot of the month and she's usually up higher in the trees, and it can be quite difficult to get as much pretty footage of Ellie as I'm able to get of Matilda. But you can see she's quite happily just blowing about up there in that red gum. I'm hoping that by the end of May or maybe into June, we might start to get some good idea of whether Ellie and Hugo really did get together and whether we've got a lovely Joey in pouch. It's very exciting to watch, but quite hard to wait. That little white bottom of Ellie's just gives me the biggest smile every single time. I will try and get more butterflies during May. We actually have butterflies on the property all year round, but certainly in the spring and moving into summer, we usually have more of them. But you can see this small little yellow native butterfly, and there's actually dozens and dozens of them in this area. And here's Hugo. Now Hugo was not on the property very much at all, and again this is where there was quite a shift in the behaviour of the boys this month. Here is a flower called cat's whiskers, which is a native and one of our classic gorgeous grevilleas. And now this one, I know that a lot of people don't like snakes, but they are such an important part of the ecosystem. And I walked into the kitchen this afternoon and there was a gorgeous green tree snake on my windowsill. And that snake's very aware that I'm there, and I'm trying to be very cautious so that I don't scare it away because I want to get footage of it. Finally, I moved a little bit more to try and get another photo, and the snake decided I was getting a bit too close and off it moved. I'm guessing that snake is about 2.5 meters long. Jesse is slowly spending less and less time on the property, so I think he is slowly expanding the areas that he's exploring to work out exactly where he's going to make his home range. Now, we'd love him to stay, but it's really important that wild koalas make their own decisions, and it's going to be really interesting to see what ends up being the place that he makes his forever home. There'll be another update on him, at least one update video on him during May, so keep watching for them. April was another pretty wet month, and so it was another month of me seeing lots of green tree frogs all over different parts of the house, sometimes coming into the house, but they may never cease to make me smile. And last but absolutely never least is the gorgeous Queen Matilda. She spent quite a lot of time on the property, and I've noticed that she particularly likes the swamp mahogany trees. She's so photogenic, and she's quite often high in the trees, but she does seem to spend more time sleeping in places like this where I actually get a clear shot through to her. So you'll often notice on different social medias where you might follow me that we more often see lots of great photos of Matilda, and it's not necessarily because she's here more often, but she just behaves a bit differently to Ellie, and she's more often in places where she doesn't have lots of leaf cover right in front of her face, and so I often get much better photos and video of her. And the big question, of course, is, does Matilda have a Joey in that pouch? This is a view that I got about halfway through April, and I don't know, it doesn't seem that much bigger than it was a couple of weeks before, so I'm afraid we're going to have to give her probably the whole of May to really see what happens in there. It's quite a mystery though, and I can tell you it's keeping me quite amused, stalking around the bush trying to get this kind of footage, both for myself and of course to share with all of you. With the lovely rains that we've been having, it has meant that the mosses and lichens have just been absolutely astounding. I just love moss and lichen, and they are again really important indicators of a healthy ecosystem. And the last one for our alphabetical walkthrough is a wallaby. This is a redneck wallaby, and he noticed me, had a munch and decided he's off. So you've made it through to the end of yet another video. So will you write in the comments for me, April was aces? There's lots more great video coming up for you during May, so keep watching. Thanks for visiting Koala Gardens. Did you hit the like button? Now before you go, there's lots more great video to see, and make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell.